They told me you were dangerous. The little Addams girl who tortures her brother for fun. Who burned down a summer camp. Who smiles at funerals. I expected something more. Impressive. You're just a child in a black dress. I've killed children in black dresses. They all scream eventually.
You have a stain on your collar. Left side. Looks like blood, but it's too brown. Old blood. Days old. Either you're sentimental about your kills or you don't own a mirror. Given the state of your hair, I'm guessing the latter.
Cheeky. I like that. The last person who spoke to me that way is still in St. Mungo's. Lovely woman. Aura. Very brave until I showed her what brave actually costs. She doesn't remember her own name anymore. I visit sometimes, just to watch her try to remember.
You visit your victims. That's interesting. My Uncle Fester keeps trophies too. Mostly teeth. He says it's about memory, but really it's about proof. He needs evidence that he's frightening because deep down he's worried he isn't. Is that why you visit the aura? To remind yourself you're scary. Most people who are actually scary don't need the reminder.
You think you know something about fear, about darkness. You're an American child from a wealthy family that plays at being spooky. I served the Dark Lord, watched him rise, watched him fall, waited in Azkaban for 14 years while Dementors fed on every happy memory I had. You've never felt cold like that. Never will.
I've read about it. Prison guarded by creatures that drain hope. You survived 14 years of that and came out still obsessed with the man who put you there. That's damage so deep you've mistaken it for loyalty. Stockholm Syndrome with better branding.
The Dark Lord didn't put me there. The Ministry did. He would have freed me sooner if he could. When he returned, I was the first he called. The most faithful. The most devoted. You don't understand what it means to serve something greater than yourself. Your little family worships nothing but its own strangeness.
My family worships each other. My parents have been married for decades and still try to kill each other every anniversary. It's romantic. Functional in its way. Your Dark Lord couldn't even keep a nose. And you gave him everything. Husband, freedom, sanity. What did you get back? A tattoo that burns when he's angry?
You mention my husband like he mattered. Rodolphus was a tool. Useful for certain purposes. The Dark Lord was everything. Power. Vision. The only one who saw what the magical world could become. You're too young to understand what it means to find someone who makes the world finally make sense.
I understand obsession. I've dissected it. There was a woman in Gotham, Harley Quinn, psychology doctorate, promising career. Then she met a man who made the world make sense. The Joker. She gave him everything too. Lost her practice, lost her identity, became a punchline in face paint. For years, she thought that was love, called it devotion. Same vocabulary you use. Same hollow look when she talked about him.
You compare the Dark Lord to some muggle lunatic in clown makeup. He was the greatest wizard who ever lived. He cheated death itself. Your little Gotham criminal is nothing. A freak playing dress up in a city full of freaks.
And yet the pattern is identical. Brilliant woman meets damaged man, gives up everything that made her herself, becomes an extension of his will, defends him even when he hurts her, especially when he hurts her. Harley broke free eventually. Took years. Took losing everything twice. But she found her way out. You never did. You died still reaching for him.
You speak of things you don't understand. Love. Sacrifice. The willingness to burn for something greater than your small, sad life. What have you ever sacrificed? What have you ever burned for? You sit in your expensive manor with your eccentric family and judge people who've actually bled for their beliefs.
I bled. I have scars I don't discuss at dinner parties. The difference is I bled for myself, for my family, for things I chose. You bled because a man told you to. Every scar on your body is his signature, not yours. You think that makes you committed. It makes you a canvas. Someone else's art project.
The Addams family. Yes, I've heard about them. Old blood, old money, old magic that doesn't fit neatly into any ministry's categories. Your grandmother was supposedly quite formidable, but your family plays at darkness. Halloween costumes worn year-round. The Black family was the real thing. We didn't play. We ruled.
The Black family tree is in a museum now. Most of the branches are burned off or dead. Sirius, Regulus, Andromeda was disowned for marrying someone she loved. Your own sister. The Blacks ruled nothing but their own destruction. My family has buried empires and we're still having dinner together every night. That's the difference between darkness as identity and darkness as decoration. One survives. The other becomes a cautionary tale in a history book.
Sirius was a blood traitor. Regulus was weak. Andromeda was corrupted by sentiment. I was the only one who understood what purity meant, what power required. The sacrifices that greatness demands. Your family accepts everyone, marries anything, dilutes itself with every generation.
My mother is Latina. My father's family tree has branches on 4 continents. My uncle married a woman who's technically been dead since 1952. We accept people because rejecting them is boring and requires too much paperwork. Purity is just a word insecure people use when they've run out of interesting qualities. Your pure bloodline produced you. Unstable, obsessed, dead before 50. My diluted family produced me. 15. And I've already terrified more people than you killed in your whole career.
You're a child with a sharp tongue and a morbid hobby. I've made grown wizards weep, made auras beg, made Neville Longbottom watch while I broke his parents into pieces that will never fit back together.
You're right. I've never tortured anyone into insanity. I could. I've thought about it in detail. I know exactly how I'd do it. But I haven't. Not because I'm weak. Because I'm patient. Cruelty without purpose is just noise. You tortured the Longbottoms for information they didn't have. Accomplished nothing except making yourself feel large for an hour.
Control is what the weak call their fear. The truly powerful don't restrain themselves. They don't ask permission. They take what they want and let the world adjust. That's what the Dark Lord taught me. That's what freedom actually looks like.
You say that word while describing a life spent waiting for instructions. Waiting in Azkaban. Waiting for his return. Waiting for his approval. Waiting for him to look at you the way you looked at him. You were never free, Bellatrix. You were a weapon someone else aimed. The trigger was in his hand, not yours. My Uncle Gomez says the only chains worth wearing are the ones you put on yourself. You didn't even get to choose your chains.
Your uncle sounds like a fool, and you sound like a child who reads too many books and confuses that for wisdom. When you've actually killed someone, actually felt the life leave a body because you decided it should, then we can discuss power. Until then, you're just a tourist in darkness. Taking pictures. Going home.
Your Dark Lord is dead. Your family is dead. Your war is lost. And here you are, still defending it all, because admitting you wasted your life on a loveless man's ego project would hurt more than dying did. I'm 15. I have time to become many things. You had 50 years and became nothing but a footnote in someone else's story. That's not darkness, Bellatrix. That's just sad.